Welcome to Rivet and Roll.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Amanda.
And we're going to Hawaii. Fortunately, we are both boarding as C's, which means we're not sitting together and we will not have a window, so you're not going to get any footage out the window.
So here's the 7 hours of the middle seat. That was a rookie move. Even though we signed in at the exact time. So just like a pro tip, I guess, if you are going to go Southwest, just pay for the early bird.
We've officially landed in Maui and we are making a very quick pit stop at Tinroof, which is a restaurant by Top Chef alum Sheldon Simon, not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but we're gonna pick this up and then hit the road, technically the road to Hana, for our Airbnb.
We're on the road to Hana and we have the most incredible rainbow. It looks fake. What a welcome to Hawaii. So we just got to our Airbnb in Hana and we're gonna dig in to our tin roof meal. And it smells amazing. It smelled amazing the whole way. I got the pork belly. Oh my gosh, and it's like these huge chunks. Look at this, Sheldon doesn't mess around. It's really good. I gotta mix it up though. Get some rice in there. It's just perfect.
And I got a garlic shrimp, which there's so much garlic on this, I can like smell it just like hovering over. So it has garlic shrimp, like I said, brown rice, and some other cabbage and other things. The shrimp have the full shell on them, so you gotta pull that off. I'm just gonna do that with my hands.
Oh my gosh, it looks so fresh.
Yeah, I bet this is super fresh. And if you didn't know, Sheldon just was nominated for a James Beard Award. So you know this is gonna be good. All right, here we go. Wow.
Okay, can I have one of the
that
shrimp?
Garlic.
I want one of the shrimp. Yeah.
That garlic shrimp.
I'll trade you for a pork belly.
And there's clearly some butter used on this too. It's delicious. And I'm gonna eat the whole thing and Amanda's not getting
No,
the
you
shrimp.
are. I am getting. You didn't even know it was there. All right, BRB.
Finger licking deliciousness.
Good morning from Hana. We are starting off. We need to do a grocery run because we're about to drive further into where there's not as many like stores and things, so we're gonna get some food so that we're packed for the day. We got to the national park and it's still closed, opens at 9, so there's a line of people, you can see, waiting to get in, but hopefully it'll be before 9. Right now it's about 8. We're getting in. It's 8:23. Good job,
Getting in
Aaron.
early. Alright, getting started on the Pippawa Trail.
First hike in Hawaii. Aaron, give us some excitement.
Yeah. Whoop, wow, whoopee.
Aaron is doing this without coffee. So I think that explains the whoopee.
We made it about half a mile into the Waiʻānapanapa Falls. If you are finding it strenuous, this is an opportunity to turn around. At the moment, it's a little dry. It's not the most flowing waterfall. It's still very pretty. So we're just hiking along and you come up over the edge and you see this massive tree. She's gonna go give you some scale. It's about 30 Amandas wide.
And these like...
And the trunks just like come out, or the branches come out to like other trunks.
And we just have these moments of like serenity where like nobody else is here. Look at this tree. It's growing like palm trees off of it. It's incredible. I need to stop saying incredible, but I don't have...
Need other words?
I need other words, but it's useless. This tree is huge.
We just walk right into a really cool bamboo forest. Just cross that bridge and surrounded by bamboo. Feeling some skeets.
Here.
So we're getting the bug spray out. Ooh, she's attacking. That wasn't, give me that.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I need another round. Ooh.
Don't drink it.
Get out of your skeets. You're not welcome here.
There's these corridors of bamboo just down both sides. In this scenario, there's this platform walking through. I'm guessing it's probably pretty muddy underneath it, but there's been some gorgeous moments just wandering through the bamboo.
Awesome. It was was worried about my step. And then Aaron's like, look. And I go, oh. Out of nowhere, it just comes out. We made it to Waimoku Falls. So this waterfall means water that cuts, amputates, and severs. So it's falling so harshly against this rock that it's like severing the rocks after. So that's why they keep the people so far back, because otherwise it's dangerous, because there's just shears of the rocks come plummeting down. But it's incredibly gorgeous, and it talks about too, like just having the reverence of the power of nature. So highly recommend doing this hike if you have the time.
So we just finished the main trail. We're now gonna go do this little half-mile loop. See, we have no idea what's back here, so just a little exploration. It might be super windy, but...
Yeah. We did the hike of black sand beach and these black rocks, and the water's just like crashing into them. So it's a gorgeous spot. The breeze feels amazing, especially after doing the longer hike. We've cooled down in the car, the AC, and now for the next important mission, which is to get coffee. So we've been told it's up the road a little bit, and Aaron has gone this whole morning without, so you know.
I did a whole hike without coffee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I deserve an award.
Wow. We're on the road back from the national park towards Hana, and we're stopping at some of these beaches along the way. Some really cool islands out there, and then just these sheer cliffs.
Well, after a little bit of a delay, we put the coffee hunt on the side, went to a couple beaches, but now we have found it. We're at
My Tita's Cafe.
My Tita's Cafe. So let's get going and get caffeinated. How was your iced latte?
Refreshing.
All right. Got myself a mocha. And all is right in the world. So it is a whopping 5 o'clock. We've now showered, we rested a little bit, and now we're going to dinner. Because 5 o'clock's about as long as we can wait.
It's 9 o'clock at home.
And we're hungry. So we are going to the Hana Ranch restaurant.
Hana, why do you keep singing?
Why do I say Hana? Hana, road to Hana. We're now going to dinner at the Hana Ranch restaurant. And the Hana Ranch has some history to it. I don't remember all the details, but it basically saved this area's economics. And the guy has an interesting story. He was a big baseball fan, which is kind of the biggest takeaway for me.
Oh my goodness. I'm just ready to eat. Let's eat.
Let's eat.
Open air view of the ocean.
Cheers.
Oh, it's good. What is this towel? Like, it's like a pineapple foam. Oh my god. Pineapple foam.
Wow. Wow. You and I got very different drinks. You take a sip of this.
Here.
Which you're going to hate.
Ooh. What is it? What you got?
Good morning. We left you last night a little abruptly. After dinner, we just kind of went back and went to sleep. But we are up and about to start a day. But we're starting the day with coffee today.
Found it.
And then once we get coffee, then we'll give you an update on what the plan is.
We're staying in Hana, and we did that on purpose so that we're at one of the further points, kind of beat the crowds out in the morning. And we did that yesterday with the national park. So today we're working our way back towards the airport, and we'll kind of do this portion of the road to Hana backwards. So the road from Hana is what Aaron's been referring it to. So today we're just gonna see what we come across and where we want to stop, and we'll take you along for the ride.
Welcome to Puaka Waterfalls. It's right off the side of the road, very accessible, and you get a gorgeous view. And so far, we're loving kind of getting up and doing this the opposite direction, because basically we have this place to ourselves.
This is a really good stop. There's picnic tables here. There's a bathroom. It's a pretty fleshed out spot. I think because when people are coming from the airport and the middle of Maui, you probably get here around lunchtime. And then this is your lunch view. Tell the people, Aaron.
The views are gorgeous, and I gotta get a different lens for photos.
Okay. This road is so diverse with its different views, and it's so incredible. I'm still on the lookout for the whales, though. We're on the wrong side of the island. We got some stairs. Whoa! Wow! 360, everybody! 360.
Watch my 360.
Okay, we just unfortunately witnessed that. This is like perfect. And in the mornings, it's so much cooler. So really enjoying getting up early and doing this entire route, especially starting from Hana. We've arrived for Aunt Sandy's banana bread. It's been recommended by the guide, by one of our friends. We are excited, and I guess it's only here until it sells out or early afternoon. So we are here in the morning because we don't mess around when it comes to food.
Oh, banana bread. Awesome, thank you. Got our banana bread. It is warm, so it is clearly freshly baked every day. We're gonna dig in, take a little snack.
And this place is Happen. It's 9 a.m. and it just like people just keep coming.
Come and go, come and go.
So I'd say come here early.
I'm digging in.
Wait for me. There we go.
My good food dance.
It's super good. It's really moist. I know people like that word, but
And you can definitely get banana bread like all over the place. We've not obviously had the others. I'm sure they're great, but this is the recommended one. And we'll also recommend it because it's delicious.
yeah, it's really fresh.
It's the right balance of like dense and fluffy.
Yeah.
Like the perfect balance. All right, we're gonna eat this on the way to our next stop. Next up is the Keanae Arboretum. We're gonna cross the street. This is a free arboretum. It has all sorts of species of plants and trees. The one we're here for is the rainbow eucalyptus, and probably some other discoveries along the way.
This is one of the trees we commented on yesterday with the seemingly ferns coming off, and it's called a Nara tree.
So the rainbow eucalyptus are up next, but this is a palm tree that looks to be like it's been taken over by just all these vines, Tarzan vines.
They are the giant rainbow eucalyptus tree. I put in the giant part, it's not part of the actual name. They look so smooth and cool, and they're ginormous. It looks fake. It looks like out of a storybook.
So I'm not sure if we mentioned this, but this is the only place that you're legally allowed to walk up and touch these types of trees. You will see them along the road to Hana as you're driving, but everywhere else is private property. So respect people's property and don't do that. Also, when you're here, maybe don't carve your name into it, because this is for all of us to share and to appreciate.
It helps you breathe, for crying out loud.
We went through a little gate. Now it feels like we're more like bushwhacking through the jungle.
There's these bananas in the tree, and they have this thing coming from them. And Aaron says, is their umbilical cord. So if you're a banana expert, could you clear that up? Because I'm sure that's not what it's called. And if it is, that's pretty awesome. Made it to the Twin Falls parking lot. It is $10 to park here. They have some overflow parking, so it's about 11 o'clock, and we were still able to park. We're going to do the hike.
You used to be able to cliff jump here. That is not a thing anymore. But the water looks very refreshing. We're not even going to go swimming, I don't think.
Well, we're not going to go in, but I am soaking my feet. Can you see? And it's nice and refreshing. I mean, the water is like cool and crisp, and a little bit of cloud coverage, so it's like so refreshing. And then there's a breeze off of where the water is falling from. We made it back to the car. It's a little toasty. It is 12:15, and we're pretty close to the beginning of where the road to Hana begins, or like traditionally. And so we're gonna try to go get lunch in the town of Paia, and I hope I'm saying it correctly, and just like take a break. So I think it's perfect. We're gonna stretch our legs, and I'm pretty hungry after all this like hiking. And
sure. We made it to Paia, and we're going to grab lunch at Milagros, which is a Mexican food restaurant. Right, well that was a very filling, very delicious meal.
I'm uncomfortably full.
Amanda's uncomfortably full, which means I'm getting ice cream and she's not. Hi, can I get a one of the coffee shakes with the sea salted peanut butter chocolate chip ice cream? All right, trying my shake. delicious and refreshing, exactly what I want on a hot day in Hawaii. I don't know why Amanda doesn't want this. Time for ghost stories. I'm just kidding. It is the next morning. We have come down to Hana Bay and we're here for sunrise. It is not sunrise yet, so we're here. We're gonna enjoy some banana bread and just see how the morning goes.
We're hoping for a good one, but it's kind of cloudy.
Yeah, I gave it a 50-50 shot.
But you said that one time in Michigan and it was the most beautiful sun.
That was a sunset
I ever saw in my entire life.
And my accuracy for sunrises is much lower due to the fact that I
Don't
experience a much lower rate of sunrises.
Okay, so we tried to do sunrise, but it was a little bit dull, and we do have a reservation at the state park at 7. They're in chunks of time. Ours is from 7 to 10, so we're hoping to beat some of the crowds while we're there.
I know most of you are going to be coming from the other side of the island in central Maui, but if you have the opportunity to be here this early and be really the only people here, there's one other couple, but they have plenty of space to spread out and just make it feel like we are the only people here. I would recommend this. Definitely recommend this.
The water's so warm and the sand's so black. Look at my feet. Can you see them? Really gotta watch it though, because these waves will get ya.
In addition to the black sand beach, there are a couple of trails. So this is one of them we're gonna explore.
Look at this. You see the arches in the rocks. This is like incredible.
Like massive cave type of things over there.
I know. I don't even know if the scale of this is being conveyed on the camera. It's unreal. It's like another planet up here. I don't like being up here. Gotta go. Gotta go. Nope. I'm not being sucked into the ocean. Whoa, this is a better view of it anyways. Holy cannoli. Practice safety, everyone. Practice safety first. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Wow. Did you see that? Now we're gonna walk on the other side where that arch was. It seems like a little bit more of a paved path if you're interested in that.
We're about to finish up here and head out, but this might be top favorite thing that we've done on this side of Hana, or this side of Maui. So it's getting my raving review.
It's gorgeous. The beach was awesome, and then there's these like hikes around. One's more accessible than the other, so I feel like it allows something for everybody. The water is this turquoise just hitting this black rock. It's mesmerizing. I could stay here for hours.
Yeah, we've only been here for about an hour and a half, and we could easily do another hour and a half.
We just have to get to town for a lunch reservation, so. Wanted to talk a little bit about the app we used. It's called Gypsy. It costs $10. We downloaded it when we had service before we got there. When we were driving, it used GPS and it would highlight things as we hit them along the road. And then there's one story for going out, and then there's one for coming back, and it is more traditionally for the like road to Hana, so we kind of did it a little bit backwards, but it was a really cool app, really informative, and then would kind of tell you some of the highlights so that if you had a certain amount of time you could prioritize your drive. So we highly recommend that app. I really liked it.
So our last stop on the road to and from Hana is going to be our lunch at Mama's Fish House. Technically celebrating the anniversary, which was, you know, rescheduled from 6 months ago, but that's what it is.
This is one of the #1 rated restaurants, so I'm super excited, and the view is incredible, and this is where we saw the whales yesterday, so fingers crossed.
Yeah. Small blend right underneath. Okay,
here we go. I'm doing it. Sorry, everyone. We were not shy. We do make a point to eat at restaurants that are highly rated on like TripAdvisor lists and things like that. And this one is on like the top 20 of the country, Mama's Fish House, and holy cow, definitely one of the top 3 meals that we've ever had, and we are so full and we didn't hold back. We had appetizer, we had that soup, we had entrees, we got dessert, we got a little complimentary mini dessert, we had cocktails. I am beyond satisfied with that meal. It was not cheap, but I don't know, I never regret eating well. Aaron, your thoughts?
Top 3 meals of our life.
Now we have to digest. All right. For the drive to the hotel, but that will be the end of chapter 1 here in the road to and from Hana. So be sure to hit subscribe to find out where in the world we go without Carmen next.